What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your daily dose of transfer content, and today it is going to be Thursday the 9th of July. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time there will be a new video in your sub box. And the comment section below, I'm going to do it like the other day, ask me some questions and I'll get around to answering as many as I can. So first up today we have got two confirmed deals for Werder Bremen, and if you're aware, the other day they avoided relegation to the second tier of German football. That's by winning their relegation playoff. So they are contractually obliged to sign both Omar Toprak and Leonardo Bittencourt, and they've got to sign them on permanent deals after a loan spell. So the defender has signed for €4 million from Borussia Dortmund, and that's despite missing most of the season due to injury, and the midfielder has joined from Hoffenheim for €7 million. Chelsea are prepared to use Tomori as a make-weight in their efforts to prize Declan Rice away from West Ham United, and this story comes from The Athletic. Everton are also said to be keen on the England international, who has started to slip down the pecking order at Stamford Bridge. He at the start of the season was getting a fair amount of minutes, but as of late that has definitely gone down a lot, and Chelsea are looking to bring Declan Rice in as a centre back, not as a DM. And that then ties into the next story that I mentioned yesterday about Kurt Zouma, and that is that Tottenham are confident of signing him from Chelsea. It's according to the Express, and they say the Premier League side are lining up a bid for the blue centre back, who they value at around £25 million. I'm not 100% sure what Frank Lampard's plans would be in defence, but my guess is that he wants to pair Rice alongside Rudiger. West Ham boss David Moyes is considering moves for English duo Phil Jones and Jesse Lingard. That's if the Hammers avoid relegation. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is hoping for a Manchester United clear-out this summer, and both Phil Jones and Lingard are expected to go. If I'm correct, both their contracts are set to expire anyway in a year's time, so it's a last chance to really get any type of fee for them. L'Equipe are saying that Daniel Sturridge is looking to move to either a Major League One club or instead join an MLS side this summer. And they do add that he does actually have a lot of holidays in France, so that may be why he's tempted to move there. And he also wants to go to America to set up a record label. Either way though, he will be a free transfer for whatever club he does join, because he left Trabzonspor and then served his ban for gambling. An interesting story from CF Bayern, who works with Sport Bild, is that Manchester City's director of football, he tried to bring Kingsley Coman in to Man City as part of a swap deal for Leroy Sané. Bayern were talking about the transfer, but they ended up refusing during the final negotiations. I'm not sure if it just would have been Leroy Sané going to Bayern and Coman going to City and no cash involved, but it ended up just being Sané to Bayern for about 40 to 50 million, and Kingsley Coman has also stayed put. RB Leipzig are in danger of missing out on a deal for Werder Bremen star Milo Rashica, and this story comes from Bild. The German outfit were in talks to sign the 24-year-old for just 15 million, but his current employers are now holding out for a fee higher at about 25. His release clause would have dropped down from 38 million to 15, that's if Bremen were relegated, but they won their relegation playoff, and that also ties into the fact they had to bring in Toprak and Bittencourt, so his release clause is still 38 million euros. Gianluca Di Marzio reports that Serie A side Inter Milan, they remain in intermittent contact with French international striker Olivier Giroud. They are talking to his agent over a possible summer transfer, that's despite his recent contract extension at Stamford Bridge. You're all probably fully aware that Giroud was in contact with the likes of Lazio and Inter back in the winter transfer window, and he was set to go on a free transfer then. But now he would cost a bit of a fee because, again, the contract extension, but I can't imagine it'd be too high. Juventus could sign Rolando Mandragora back from Udinese this summer, and the reported fee is about 26 million euros. Sky Sports report that Serie A champions have got an option to buy the defensive midfielder back from Udinese, who signed him from the Bianconeri back in 2018. But Juve will have to act soon though, because if they want to get him back, his release clause does expire at the end of August. Juve have got a lot of central midfielders, so if he was to rejoin them, I imagine they'd have to sell a couple as well. That, or they buy him back and then sell him straight on again. A story that I mentioned yesterday is going to be Arsenal right back Hector Bellerin and a potential move away from the Emirates. So the Express do continue this theme today by saying the current favourites to sign him are going to be Sevilla. The Spanish side have asked about the fullback and potentially about his availability, but Juventus and Inter are also in contention. He has still got 3 years left to run on his current contract, so Arsenal are in a very good position for talks. AC Milan are prepared to compete with their Serie A rivals for the signature of Brescia midfielder Sandro Tonali, and the source is going to be Gianluca Di Marzio yet again. Inter and Juve have been strongly linked with a 20-year-old who has been a standout player in the Italian top flight this season. Milan are now looking to hijack Inter's deal, which apparently is very close to being completed, and the club are going to have a budget of about 75 million euros for this summer window. A very short one from Foot Mercato in, I believe, France is that Lille and Napoli have an 18 million euro agreement for Victor Osimhen, as I've mentioned previously before. But the player now wants time to think about the move, and whether he's waiting for another club to make an offer or not, we're not too sure. So it looked like it was going to happen. Now there's some question marks about it. Barcelona have contacted Tottenham about a possible deal for Tanguy Ndombele and Ryan Sessegnon. The Evening Standard claimed the Catalan Giants have made an inquiry about signing the pair, and they're willing to offer players in exchange. Last time that they were linked to Ndombele, there was the likes of Coutinho being linked to Spurs, Nelson Semedo, and I think it was Junior Firpo. The rumours from France are still that Ndombele wants to leave Spurs because of Jose Mourinho, and whether he gets his wish or not, we'll have to wait and see, but the English media are saying that Spurs really want to keep him. L'Equipe are saying that Lille have made a 25 million euro bid to sign Canadian international Jonathan David. The club is also eyeing Fluminense's Marcos Paulo, but talks with Genk and David are more advanced. David is said to be interested in a move to Ligue 1, that's despite being heavily linked with a move to the Premier League and the Bundesliga in recent weeks. RMC do add that he's given his agreement to join Lille, and he said that he wants to make the move. They've even said he's gone as far as agreeing personal terms. They have still got to work out a fee with Genk because 25 million is a little bit short of their valuation. They want closer to 30. This next one again is according to L'Equipe, and they said that Zinedine Zidane will pursue Paul Pogba as his primary summer target. That does mean that Rennes midfielder Eduardo Camavinga is less of a priority signing. Apparently Rennes said that the midfielder won't be going anywhere, and Paul Pogba, he's still their number 1 option. But pretty much every single bit of media in the UK are saying somewhat different, that Real Madrid may be interested, but Paul Pogba wants to stay at Manchester United. And for United, their top priority is to get Paul Pogba a new contract, and that could be more likely than him leaving. Barcelona still want to sign striker Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. That's despite his release clause recently expiring on Tuesday, and Sport do say that Barca believe they have an agreement with the Argentine already, that if he leaves Inter, he will head to the Camp Nou. Now Inter are pretty confident he'll sign a new contract, and whether that includes another option to buy or a buyout clause, should I say, we'll have to wait and see. But Barca are more interested anyway in offering players and a bit of cash. And then we have a big story from Sport Bild, and the overall person that's reporting this is CF Bayern, who is very reliable. He is saying Bayer Leverkusen midfielder Kai Havertz, he will request a transfer away from the club this summer. Chelsea are thought to be the front runners in the race to sign the German international, who's currently valued at about 100 million euros or 90 million pounds. Real Madrid have also been linked with a German star, but they would prefer a move in 2021 rather than this upcoming window. So this means that Stamford Bridge is the most likely destination, and for FIFA 21 it could be a crazy hyperlink between Havertz and Timo Werner. A confirmed deal which has literally just gone through for me now is that RB Leipzig have announced the signing of HEE-CHAN HWANG. The South Korean forward joins the club from Red Bull Salzburg on a 5-year contract. He was linked to Wolves during the winter transfer window, and the reported fee then was about 20 million. But it looks like Leipzig have brought him in now for just over 10 million, and that is for their Timo Werner replacement. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there will be a new video in your sub box. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.